are once again. It is the Season 10 Championship Race live from Joltis Mega Speedway. 4 drivers will compete for the championship of Season 10 of the NASCAR Pole Cup Series. And we'll talk about the drivers shortly, but first here is the starting lineup. On the pole today it is the 6 of Daniel Coffey. On the outside is the 5 of Max Skinner. In row 2 it's DJ Curtis and Hiroshi Kazuyoshi. In row 3 it's Aaron Frink and Leia Walker. Row 4 Connor Breton and Ryan Acosta. And running on your top 10 is Mason Wood and Luke Walker. Now let's talk about our final 4 chasers that are going to be starting in the middle of this time. First up in the 21st position will be Alan Smith in the 31. Alan Smith has been an on and off driver in the Pole Cup Series, has made his biggest year yet in the 31 machine, and he hopes to come home with a championship he so deserves. And starting 22nd will be the 42 of Alex Pedro. Pedro last season, his rookie season, he won 2 races. He's now the only 3-time winner this season in Pole Cup Season 10. Pedro looks to wrap it up with the championship, hoping to get his 4th win of the year. Then our next 2 are past champions. A defending champion, Jeffre Buckeye, in his 3rd consecutive Final 4 match. He's looking to become the first 2-time winner of the series and also one of the very few drivers to go back-to-back in championships in an NR Town 3 league. And finally, your last Final 4 competitor, the 16 James Shelly. Season 7 champion, looks to win for the 2nd time in his career and hopes also to become the first 2-time champion of the Pole Cup Series. So, without further ado, let's hear those famous words in motorsports. The championship race is about to begin.
Drivers, start your engines!
You guys probably missed my commentary all through this season. Well, I want to try something different, not to disrupt a lot of people. So I tried something different, doing no competition, all the acting with cool graphics. And if you guys liked it, leave your thoughts in the comments below about it. What you think about it. I should keep it this way next season. Well, I'm likely going to keep it that way next season, but only just fewer graphics, just to get more time out of the races. You know what I mean? But anyway, commentary will be back for this race only. It's the season finale, so I figured why not do it like this? Because it's properly be done. Here we go, 21 laps, Joltis, the Pokemon Cup Championship Race 10 is underway with the green flag. Our final 4 starters. Right now Alan Smith has the preferred line on the bottom over Alex Pedro and James Shelly. Right now I cannot find the competitor, Jeffre Buckeye. Buckeye is, I think, in the back. This is the 3rd season in Pole Cup. We've used the chase grid format. The first season was season 8, and that was with drivers starting in the top 4. Then the 2nd season we had the drivers start in the rear of the field. This season we had the chase grid. The final 4 drivers start in the middle of the pack. That's probably the safest place for a Joltis race like this. So we could expect to see a big wreck. Maybe a couple if we are lucky enough. and fast speeds. A lot of pack racing. It is the widest track in NASCAR and NR3 so far. We saw 4, 5, even 6 wide in some cases. And this has been the High School Championship race every single season, and we've claimed 9 champions in this track. So, could we claim a 10th, or will we see our first 2-time champion? Look at the comeback. James Shelly, though, making a comeback. He's in the top 3. Weston's unguarded. No, wait. I'm sorry. Hiroshi Kazuyoshi. Second lap in a row he led. He led the first lap. He now led the second lap. And James Shelly, again, no points, no bonus points are given for the top 4 drivers, even for leading a lap. So whoever has the highest finish of any of the chasers will win the championship. And looks like Shelly is putting on a good show. Right now he's on fire right now. Shelly won the championship in season 7. And he found a repeat of success in the 16. Oh, I thought they wrecked. They wrecked. The chase field is forever changed. Bob Fergus, though, he's not going to let Shelly lead the 3rd lap of the race. Now the final corner to the preferred line, and Bob Fergus is going to lead the lap. One of the former chasers, Kyle Thomas, going to go on the bottom for the lead. Again, Thomas was a chaser. He had the last. He was the first driver knocked out of the Elite 8. Closest driver knocked out of the Elite 8. Came 5th in the final overall Elite 8 standings. Now he wants revenge and tries to win again. I think Thomas has 2 wins this season, if I'm not mistaken. And Martin Stewart, a former chaser as well, going to go for a 2nd one of the season. But the shortened schedule, we've only had 1 3-time winner this season, and he's a Final 4 driver. That's Alex Pedro. Speaking of which, we haven't really checked much on the finalists yet. Alan Smith dropping. Alex Pedro way on the high side. He's at a disadvantage. Jeffre Buckeye, he's going to go for the 2nd spot. And I think he got the 2nd spot. So Buckeye making a comeback. Looks like the first couple of drivers to make a move are the past champions. It's no surprise. Putting on their experience of the Beaumont Cup Series to the test. Ooh, Martin Stewart, a block on the 64. He's not going to let him get the championship, hand him the championship. Not going to let him do that. Oh, Buckeye wants to work on the high side. He's trying to get drafting help from Walker. Oh, I don't think it's going to work, though. So far, we haven't seen the big wreck happen yet. These drivers have been pretty calm all day. So, happy to see that all the 4 competitors still are in good speed. They can still compete for the title. So, lap number 6. Speed's going up to 276 miles per hour. My goodness, these speeds are fast. Almost 300 miles per hour. Well, I guess Hoggelbaum was a lot faster. Speed reaching up to 290 miles per hour. But this one is the widest of the tracks. It's even wider than Talladega. And the comfortable lead, Martin Stewart has left the comfortable lead. They're 4 wide for 2nd behind them, and Alan Smith is sandwiched. Right now he's the highest chaser running according to this field. Now Luke Walker going for the lead. Remember last season's race here at Joltis, the championship race last season? There was a controversial finish between David Rochester and Luke Walker that had them stripped to win. Rochester isn't competing this season. Luke Walker is, though, and he wants to go for back-to-back wins at Joltis. No drivers ever won twice at Joltis. Well, Luke Walker's the only one. Oh wait, no, Luke Walker is the only driver to have actually won at Joltis 3 times. 2 races in Season 1 at Joltis, the finale doubleheader, and then Season 9 he shared the win along with David Rochester. So Luke is actually the only driver to win more than once at Joltis. My bad. But anyway, Hiroshi Kariyoshi, another former chaser, and also another former chaser, Chris Washer's in the mix. These former chasers want to let out all their revenge on the Final 4, not letting them gain up the crucial spots. Romero Adler, there's the spin, there's the big one happening on the final corner. Caution is out, and Romero Adler, your leader. Oh, if they don't rank on this caution period. Alex Pedro's alive. Let's see who's in it. I think James Shelly is still alive. Who's in it? A couple drivers. We'll just have to check back. Alan Smith's in it. Alan Smith has damage from the wreck. Oh, it's gonna hurt his championship. That's probably the championship out of the window for the 31 machine. What about Jeffre Buckeye? Is he alright? I don't think so. He comes in 37th. He might have gotten damage from the wreck. We told you earlier a big one was gonna strike soon, and sure enough, it happened on the final corner. There was Alan Smith. You saw Alan Smith a bit on the replay. He got into the mess. And the mess began right here. Kyle Thomas right into Eric Enrage and then got into Dylan Young. And there was Alan Smith sandwiched between Amy Shelly and Eric Enrage. Oh, what a tough hit for the 31. And unfortunately for him, it's highly likely he's not going to win the championship now with that wreck. What about Buckeye? He escaped. I think he escaped. Did he have damage? No, he did not have damage. He escaped. So only one of the final 4 drivers was in it. That was Alan Smith. What a move by Buckeye to avoid the wreck and keep his championship hopes alive. Unfortunately for Alan Smith, it looks like his hopes are dead. And here's an onboard look of Jeffre Buckeye. How he avoided the incident. What a save by the Jeffre Buckeye. Boy, what a save that was. He saves it from getting damaged and his championship is still alive. James Shelly was nowhere close to the wreck, neither was Alex Pedro, so they're still alive in the championship hunt. Romero Adler was the leader to the caution flag. Let's see if Smith's going to retire. Mason Wood is done. Smith is 39th right now at the last scoring system. Eric Enrage is done. So 2 drivers are in the dead zone already. That's 40th and below, which means they do not score any points. They've added that to make things a little more interesting. To make 40th and below dead zones and make things interesting. And Dylan Young is done. He'll have the last dead zone 40th. Alan Smith has been eliminated from championship contention. He retired in 39th. He'll go home with 3 points, but he'll go home with I think 3 or 4 points. But he will not go home with the Pokemon Cup Series Championship. And by the way, he's also the leader in the Pichu Cup standings, 18 points ahead of Gene Sanford. So Smith's bad day in 39th could be a plus for Jean Sanford. Where is she running right now? She is running in a 13th. She's running in 13th. So if Sanford finishes 20, so if Jean Sanford, I think, finishes either 20th or 21st or higher, then Alan Smith, maybe if she finishes 20th or 21st or higher, depending if she led a lap or not, she will win the Pichu Cup Series. What that is, the Pichu Cup Championship. What that is the points unedited, race points manager without the chase, unedited points. Whoever leads at the end of the season will be wins the Pichu Cup. Chasers and non-chasers participate in the Pichu Cup. Pokemon Cup Series uses the chase format. The 16 chase grid playoff determines the Pokemon Cup Championship. But we still keep track of the points of all races, the same point system except for the 40th and below, 0 points on the finishing 40th and below, with that exception, so we can keep track of the Pichu Cup. Make it a fun new championship we decide to make, so just to have the others who actually have the lead in the point standings, but not a chase spot because they were not able to win in this season. So we thought we'd give them another championship to compete for. Pichu Cup. Our Pokemon Cup Championship is only for the 16 chase grid drivers that we did earlier, so we're definitely coming back to that next season. Pit stops were underway. They're probably their only set of pit stops, if I'm not mistaken. Alex Pedro, the final 4 driver, is in the lead. He gets, well, he doesn't get points for leading a lap. But if he's the highest finisher of all the 3 chasers, he'll win the championship. Oh no, I've said too much. Everyone's going to go down for their second set. Not sure why. I guess this is just a precautionary tale. Oh well. But anyway, Alan Smith's done in 39th. This opens the door for Jean Sanford to take the Pichu Cup Championship, the Points Championship, away from Alan Smith. We'll just have to see, though, how Jean is going to make it. We'll keep eyes on the 3 chase grid drivers as we're going to race this with 10 laps to go at Zen Joltis. 10 laps away from a champion being crowned, so oh boy, this is going to get intense. Remember, Adler will keep his lead. He stayed out during the pit stop set. And Skibnicki was second. Where's Pedro at? Near the middle of the field, I suppose. And then there's going to be the 64 Jeffre Buckeye and what's the other name? 16 James Shelly. Keep an eye on those 3 as the green flag's about to wave with Ramiro Adler leading. He has a win this season in the first race of World Tour 10. He's looking to win again in his 2nd career win. Well, here, but back behind him, the 47 Zeke Jonathan Skibnicki, a veteran in the Pokemon Cup. He's got a lot of competition to face for the win. The green flag is out again. Sun is starting to clear up right now. It's been a cloudy day in Zen Joltis. It's now the sun starting to clear up. Thankfully, no rain is expected in the forecast, so it's going to be a good day. Already, Chris Washer already competing for the 4th spot over Nick Parasol's. Parasol's a former driver, a former chaser, I should say. He announced already he's going to be. He announced Nick Parasol's announced earlier this season he was going to retire from Pokemon Cup after this season. So great way to leave with being in the Elite 8. So, and also getting that first career win way back in NJMP earlier this season. Pericles broke like a 200 race winless streak, getting his first career Pokemon Cup win after he's been competing since season 4 and he had to wait till 6 seasons to get his first career win. So congrats to him on that win. Finally was able to say it with the voices on. 9 to go. Coffee misses the pit stall. Not sure what he was trying to do. I guess he was trying to pit another set in, and unfortunately, he just went too fast on the corner, and now he's a sitting duck. At least one of the chasers was not caught up in it. Thank goodness. Parasols continues to lead, as some people pronounce it Pericles for whatever reason. I call it Parasols, as in icicles, but I've always pronounced it like that. And he's the leader. He's looking to get win number 2, looking to leave the Pullman Cup Series with a win. He's looking to finish off his PCS career with a bang. He doesn't want to leave here with just one win in the PCS this season after he worked 6 seasons for it. He wants to get win number 2, at least have a 2-time win. Sister Brenda won in season 5's race in Montreal, so Parasols have 2 wins in the PCS. So, but they're looking for 3. They're going to become a 3-time winners themselves combined. Bob Ferguson leads the lap. Charles Sanford runs second. Sister Jean again competing for the Pichu Cup after Alan Smith struggles. And Alex Pedro, one of the final 4 drivers, competing for the championship, but he's got 8 laps to hang on. Maybe not such a good idea to get in the top 5 early, but Pedro's going to give it a shot. James Shelly right below the 42. Oh, this is going to be a good race to the championship. And Shelly takes the lead. Ferguson, Sanford fighting to the bottom line. Shelly is now in 4th. Trying to hang on over Alex Pedro. And a big wreck happens with 7 laps to go. And it's going to change everything. Shelly was 4th. Pedro was 7th. It's going to be down to 2. It's likely going to be down to 2 drivers unless Buckeye made it out again. Did Jeffre Buckeye made it? I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll see if he did make it. Oh boy, we're going to get an onboard camera and see if he had a bit of damage from the wreck. Then we'll show you the wreck itself. I think he came home clean again. Wow! Second time today Jeffre Buckeye's made it out of a big wreck. Wow! Jeffre Buckeye. His miracle run continues, but he's got a long way to go until he catches up with Shelly and Pedro for the championship. Those both are in the top 10. And Gene Sanford was going to compete against Alan Smith for the Pichu Cup title has racked out. Dylan Thoreau was the driver that did her in. And you see a couple other drivers get spun as well near the start-finish line. Fireworks happening here at Joltis. And there you see drivers on top right now just trying to desperately save their cars. And ooh, Brent Johnson, a hard hit on Zeke Marley right there. Oh, John Skibnicki gives him a nudge and he flips. Martin Stewart also flips. Yikes. Massive wreck at Joltis, the second one today. Well, I got a feeling that we've got a couple more retirees left. Caution came with 7 laps to go. We might get ourselves a couple more laps in. Let's check. Oh, a lot of retirees going on. Sams, Kazuyoshi, Skibnicki, Johnson, Shelly, Stewart, done for the day. And that's it. Jean Sanford is running 24th. She needs to finish 18 spots ahead of Alan Smith to win the Pichu Cup, if I'm not mistaken. She's just a few spots short right now, but with damage from the wreck, it's going to be a miracle. It's going to have to take a miracle for her to come back. And the final couple laps. I don't know how many laps we're going to have left. Zeke Marley's retired. Right now, Shelly is ruled in 4th. Pedro is 7th. Buckeye's 22nd. I'm surprised he didn't move up to the field after avoiding a lot of spun drivers. He moved him up to 20th, just 2 spots ahead. And I'm surprised. I thought he'd be like in the top 15 after he avoided all those cars wrecking in the second caution. Looks like Buckeye's he's gonna need his own miracle in order to repeat his title. Otherwise, it's gonna be down to either Shelly or Pedro competing for the championship. Shelly is gonna start behind Acosta and ahead of Sachs, and Pedro's gonna start ahead of behind Frink, but ahead of Trost. Trost knows very well. He won Season 8. He's a Season 8 champion, Jason Trost. So he's running in 8th. Bob Fergus, your leader. He's looking to win again in the 9 machine. Charles Sanford running 2nd. Ryan Acosta 3rd. Shelly 4th. And Avi Sachs rounds out in 5th. Then we have Aaron Frink 6th. Pedro 7th. Jason Trost 8th. And the Kyles is 9th and 10th with Thomas 9th, Collins 10th. And any other retirees I should know about? Nope. Surprisingly, 31 drivers are left to race, so a lot less than I expected, but clean race, probably the cleanest that Joltis has ever had yet. So it's going to be interesting. Here we go. Championship will be decided in just 3 laps, or the caution comes out before the white flag. Green flag again. I mentioned earlier, if the caution comes out before the white flag, the race is over. Whatever position they were on, they have to keep until they reach the checkered flag under caution. Because we've seen a lot of drivers pit under caution, the final caution period before the checkered flag, and they've mixed up the results. Shelly in 3rd. Pedro is on the high side. He's not doing great. James Shelly, he wants to win the race as well. Let's see if he can do it. Charles Sanford not making it easy. He wants to win for himself. Well, he's won once this season. He could go for 2. Shelly running 2nd. He's got the advantage. Pedro just moved down the bottom row. He's got only 2 laps so to catch up to the 16. Still green. Still a chance. And Sanford's pitting. Sanford, I think, is going to make it, though. Yep, Sanford's going to make it. The question is, though, will our championship competitors make it? 16's the leader. The last time a champion won Joltis and the championship was Tim Fralick in Season 3. Shelly looking to become the first driver to do both in 7 seasons. Pedro, though, he's got only Aaron Frink stands in the way. And now Pedro gonna go in the bottom. Frink is still in the way. Oh boy, this is going to be a chase for the championship. You guys will never forget. Here we go. White flag in the championship race. Frank's going on the bottom. He's going for the lead. That's going to leave the door open for Alex Pedro. Oh boy, Sachs is trying to get out of the way. Now Sachs on the bottom. It's going to be interesting. Sachs and Shelly. Shelly's on the high side. Pedro makes the pass. Frink has the lead. Colin's going to try to pass the 16. What a shocking twist. It looked like the 16 was going to win this race. Frink, though, at the good line. Now both our competitors are stuck on the high side. Collins wants to pass as well to 42. It's going to be interesting. Pedro's got the bottom to the final corner. Sachs, I don't think, has enough to win it. Aaron Frink wins the race, and Alex Pedro wins the championship. Aaron Frink, your winner again in Joltis, but the champion for Season 10, it's Alex Pedro. He beat out James Shelly at the end of the race, comes home third, and Shelly comes home fifth. And boy, was this a race to the end. A well-deserving finish for both drivers, but only one had to be champion. The 16th Shelly, it looked like he was going to win this race in the championship on the final lap. But he got lost on the high line. He lost it. Let Frink past him. He let Avi Sachs past him. And then Alex Pedro seized the moment and took it for himself. And Alex Pedro, the 42 target machine, right on target. The only three-time winner of Season 10 is a champion in the same season. And the caution came out during the white flag. I don't think we'll have a look at it. Aaron Frink, as for him, he ends his Season 10 with a win for the Speed Energy 7 machine. A happy day for him. He beat out Avi Sachs to the line, and this will be. And after winning at least one race from Season 2 to Season 9, from Season 2 to Season 8, I should say, Avi Sachs will leave. This will be Avi Sachs' second straight season without a win. There's Buckeye competing. He was 9th. The 3 remaining Chase drivers came in the top 10, a first for the Pullman Cup Series. But Alex Pedro is going to take a victory lap around the course, celebrating his championship win. A well-deserved champion for him, and only his second season of the series. Last season was a 2-time winner. He bumped up to a 3-time winner this season, and now he's your Season 10 champion. That makes it 10 champions, 10 seasons. It continues the streak of new champions every season. Gonna celebrate in the grass on his way to pit road. Oh, don't hit Fergus there. Oh wow, I guess that probably was the caution. Fergus out of fuel. Oh, don't hit the 22. He's not going to. Ooh, Dan Coffey gives him a congratulatory scrape, so to speak. But Alex Pedro, congratulations, a champion is born again. And we'll export the standings. We'll show you who won the Pichu Cup at the end of this video. Was it either going to be Gene Sanford or Alan Smith. But first, your results from here. Frink's the winner in the 7 machine. You saw the standings there. Ryan Acosta 6th. Thomas was 7th. Parasols was 8th in his final race in the PCS. Possibly Max Skinner comes home in 10th. And the rest of the field below. Where did Gene Sanford came in 19th? She needed to finish 18 spots ahead of Alan Smith. That would be 21st or better. While I did say it was 18th or better, but let's hope. We'll see. It's going to be a close championship for the Pichu Cup. It's going to be down to the final wire. If there was a tie, though, Sanford didn't have a win. Smith, though, had 1 win this season. So we'll see if it's enough for Alan Smith to hold on, or does Gene Sanford take the Pichu Cup title away from the 31. And there's Alan Smith, you see, 39th. He was the victim of the first wreck today, and he lost the chance to win it. So he was the leader in the Elite 8 at the end, but it wasn't to be. He got wrecked out. So congrats to Alex Pedro on the champion, and we'll show you who